Hey guys, welcome back to the Kid Icarus playthrough. In this part, get ready to get your
Star Fox level.
Yeah, get ready to get your Star Fox on.
Yay.
Not Star Fox 64. We're going straight SNES on this bitch.
Sorry,
Woo.
you actually have to install the Super FX chip into your 3DS in order to get this game to work.
Those were discontinued 20 years ago.
Well, sucks to be you.
Yeah, like I didn't. Like I mentioned earlier parts. I got this game the day it came out, and when I got to hear Chapter 5, I was like, "This is Star Fox."
I actually think that this is one of the few levels where the 3D actually does
Really does a really good job, yeah.
Well, there's
Wait.
there's a lot of points in this level where there'll be like fake passageways and you can tell which one's fake or not, or at least it's easier to tell if you keep the 3D slider on.
Why the fuck does Pandora look like a Ghastly?
Because Kid Icarus.
It looked like
Yeah.
a Ghastly in the NES game in tradition.
That doesn't look remotely like Pandora. At that point, why don't you just call it orange juice?
That's not actually Pandora's human form. She kind of like Medusa had a human form before, and she's more monstery now because she was evil.
Or
And
a
more
dick.
Metroids flying in our face. Why
Tomatoes!
why are we flying through a Lego brick tunnel?
Because
It's Pandora's Labyrinth of Deceit.
yeah, see,
Tricky. A false path. Pandora's trying to psych you.
I'm pretty sure that this was just a beta level that they decided not to finish and pass it off as a graphical style.
Hey, remember the Super FX days?
Wait, did we just run into a wall that's painted with a hole?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Labyrinth
point
of
where
Deceit.
the 3D stuff starts to look good because you can tell a little bit. You can tell before you're right up in its face that it's not actually supposed to be the way you're supposed to go.
It's actually pretty clever.
The soundtrack even sounds Star Foxy. Lots of synthesizer. Oh, look.
Except there's only one way you can go.
No, I think. Oh, yeah. You if you choose
You
the
have
wrong
to.
path,
You have to veer in a certain direction for a certain amount of time in order to go that way.
Yeah.
I didn't learn about that until one other, like in the volcano with the Phoenix stage.
Yeah.
So it's one of those choose your path during a rail sections that always suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not really. It's not really like dramatically different if you choose one path over another.
Yeah.
So.
And in this case, you're going to one path anyway because another path was a dead end.
Yeah.
This level just likes to dig with you.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, it's completely intentional.
What? It's Pandora time already? No, I said Pandora. You know, the hand monster.
Whoever named
Was it-
these enemies needs to be smacked.
Well, as long as they're not the Zelda versions.
The Wall Masters.
Yeah.
Are they wall masters or floor masters?
Well, there's floor masters and wall masters.
Outside now? This could be another trick. But it all seems so real.
I have to say the water graphic that they have there especially looks really nice.
Oh, it looks nice from a distance.
Well, you're only ever looking at it from a distance, or
Yeah,
not
I
at
know.
all, apparently.
I'm just saying, water graphics. I'm only really impressed by them if they look good up close.
Mario Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine had some nice water graphics. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles had some nice water graphics, even though you never interacted with them.
Yes, no? We're losing our grip here!
No, I'm not losing my grip. If you lose your grip of the 3DS during this stage, you're pretty much boned. Also, shooting wildly like I am right now might not be a good idea during this part because your shots
Those
bounce-
columns reflects back, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I think that's
That's-
where you use the screen nuke for.
Yeah.
I forget that I have those during the flight sections too. Space. The final frontier.
Hurting my head. I believe
These are the well, how can we breathe in space?
Sonic can breathe in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not Sonic, are we?
We're an angel. We don't need oxygen. Come on.
Petty human shit.
What the? Now we're in Tron.
Not enough Daft Punk for there to be Tron.
certainly nowhere near the amount of Jeff Bridges needed.
Shit.
Jeff Bridges is too busy complaining about Tony Stark and his box of scraps.
No, Jeff Bridges is too busy hitting the Eagles, man.
That's one of the most random endings for this flight section, though. It just sort of ends.
No, my favorite is the pirate level.
Oh well, that's the
Oh.
we'll get to the pirate level when we get to it. But
God,
yeah.
someone pushed the Super Mario Galaxy button on us.
He wasn't ready for it.
There's never really any like upside downy sort of stuff going on. Thank you.
No.
Let ourselves in. Hope you don't mind.
Trying to deal with Super Mario Galaxy upside downy sort of stuff in a game like this would probably give me a headache.
Yeah, pretty much. And I take it you're not exactly a fan of this game, how it handles platforms, very much like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Zelda logic.
Yeah.
Well, it's a less open-ended than Zelda, so you know there aren't as many. It doesn't really bother me that much, although I do hate auto jumping quite so much. But since it's not as common here as it is there, it doesn't really bother me.
Oh, I see. So you can only auto jump on certain,
Whenever there's like
We're-
that
we're-
green arrow.
Arrow on the ground. Yeah.
Of course.
Ted, you're doing it wrong.
Comes out of the ground and
Yeah.
makes a shockwave when it
You shoot the
lands.
pincers.
And technically speaking, it's not a bug. It's an underworld gearing.
Oh
You
yeah,
suck
guys,
at
it
this.
wasn't a bug. Jeez.
You need to dodge it, shockwave.
Ow!
Shoot the pincers until it hops up and then shoot its ass.
Nah, I like the way I'm doing it better. Where I get my ass kicked over and over.
Your way sucks.
Yeah.
It's the
That's not-
ultimate defensive strategy. Block it with your face.
Yeah, if you block it with your face, you ensure that the rest of you doesn't get hurt.
Moving wall. Your delivery stinks. This isn't public radio.
What's wrong with NPR?
You
The
can't
hell?
fool me. I listen to public radio.
Be careful with that moving wall.
We've got a delicious bit panini on the menu today.
Oh, I don't think there's ever really any crusher death in this game, if I remember.
No, not really.
At most, you'll probably just be pushed off the edge.
Yeah.
Watch them carefully and try to time your movements.
I never had a panini.
It's kind of
What?
like bread. It's kind of like a sandwich, only not.
Ryan, I take it you had plenty of panini.
Eh.
Now this is the Exo Tank. Well, this is the tutorial Exo Tank section,
Yeah.
Angels
which I
on
don't.
motorcycles.
I don't like the Exo Tank.
To get in,
It's
The,
probably,
the Halo ring is better.
Yeah, it's probably
not
my
a
least favorite.
motorcycle, it's a fucking bumper car.
This is probably my least favorite vehicle. Yeah.
Nothing.
beep.
Nothing beats Cherobot.
No,
Yeah.
Cherobot. Oh, Cherobot.
Or the flotation ring, whatever it is.
That's the. I can't remember what that thing's called.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Just forgot the name.
Is
Yeah.
there a point to using this vehicle?
Not in this
Yeah.
section. This is just an area
Tutorial.
to get us used to it.
Oh, I see.
We you can like mess around there. I think there might be treasure chests or something to find, but you don't actually need to use it until later on in the stage. They put vehicles like that every now and again just to, you know,
Change things up a bit.
yeah, change a pace. Also, the platforms over there say Pandora, which I like.
They bring attention to that too.
Oh,
If you stand there next to it long enough. Honestly, I just like Cherobot because of its name alone.
Cherobot. Well, Cherobot also is an ass-kicking weapon of mass destruction.
Ooh, like a secret message. Can you decode it?
it says P-A-N-D-O-R-A. It doesn't seem like there's much to decode here.
That was a letdown.
You're just jealous of my knack
You know this.
and my fast.
Get there.
Yes, I'll never have powers like yours.
Come on. Come on.
I.
This is like me trying to get out of the door when I need to go someplace in the morning.
It doesn't matter if you run or walk. It goes at the same speed.
Yeah.
Is there like a conveyor belt there or something?
No.
It just.
It's an endless hallway illusion that they threw in for the fuck of it.
I thought trampolines without a touch of
Boing.
my humble abode.
Oh.
What the hell?
You
The
fell
hall-
down.
The hallway sort of thins out a bit.
Yeah.
You know,
It's it's perspective.
the only time I remember them ever doing something like that was actually in Mario 64.
Oh yeah, it does give me endless staircase flashbacks.
Not just the endless staircase, the big small world. There were two hallways that had
Tiny
different,
huge island. Yeah.
Yeah, tiny huge island. They had the two entries had different hallway perspective tricks.
Yeah.
What's the mirror of truth?
For this guy, you got to get him to ram into a wall.
No, you you just need to get behind him.
Or he can just disappear.
Well,
Yeah, or-
then I'm thinking of someone else then, because I think there's another variation of the enemy that has armored ass too.
I don't remember any of those, although that might be an enemy that only plays on super hard difficulties. Because John here is hardcore.
I like.
Unlike you.
I like weapons.
I like my weapon, and I don't need any more than that. Because I'm not a greedy motherfucker.
You can never have enough weapon.
I stuck with I can never have weapon. I stuck with the first blade for a little bit. Then when I did my first weapon fusion, I had the samurai blade, which had decent range in melee. And then after I fucked around, I made the power orb, like the orb staff, by complete fucking accident, which had 4-star for range in melee. And then I made the guile blade, which I have right now.
So I assume you really like blades then.
I like the rapid fire of the blade weapons.
Have you messed around with multiplayer at all?
No.
Oh.
Just once or twice.
Oh. It's relatively fun. The connection's pretty stable too, which is nice for a Nintendo game because that doesn't really happen an awful lot.
This must be some sort of exotank racetrack. You might as well try it
Dun
out.
dun 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 dun.
Tap button to get in.
You know, that's another franchise that they should do something with.
Excite bike.
Yeah, at least as like a download game or something.
Didn't they do an Excite Truck game at some
Oh,
point?
Excite Truck was a launch title for the Wii. That kind of
Eh.
sucked. And then they made a Excite Bots a couple of years later, which is actually pretty damn awesome. And I recommend you pick it up if you want to go.
I just realized that we got throwbacks to not only Star Fox but Super FX Racing.
Yeah.
Did
What
anyone ever
about
play
Super
that?
FX Racing?
Do you even know what Super FX Racing is, Ted?
Yes, I do. It's like the only other game that used the Super FX chip.
Rules of being a boss.
How about that? Ted knows something.
Oh, well, excuse me for not knowing about obscure 90s Super Nintendo games all the time.
Well,
What?
you were just born when these games
This
came
has
out.
to be
so.
the most pointless use of the invisible platform gimmick I've ever seen.
Well, the thing is that normally I would have just shot at the ground anyway to see where the floor is, but they light up the entire floor whenever I do that, so it's like they're doing all of the work for me anyway.
Yeah.
Ow.
We're just gonna stand there and take it like a champ.
Dodge, Ted, dodge.
Dodge?
Oh,
You're
no.
having a much easier time with the bugs this time.
I believe this is
I can
the
usually
area.
take them out within a melee shot or two. So if... Oh, crap.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the orn they drop right on you.
Pandora's just up ahead. It's time for you to destroy the
Forget the souffle, just run.
Go back for the
Well, he was
treasure
like
chest.
Was that a giant possessed cupcake trying to kill you?
Yeah.
Souffle. No, those are basically enemies that run away really fast, and if you manage to kill them, you get a lot of hearts.
Uh,
Underling of Medusa floating before me. It's time for you to atone for your crimes. I am Pit,
What was with the Bishi sparkle?
and you are mystery.
What was that all about?
Thank you, Palutena.
I'll be here all night. Try.
Yeah, it's like there. I kill the boss so fast I don't get to hear any of the boss banter. Stuff like that.
The mirror of truth. Pit, you have to destroy that mirror.
Smash Brothers costume a go go.
Now, a lot of people didn't know. Dark Pit and Pit are actually voiced by the same dude, which is impressive because they sound pretty much nothing alike.
Speak for yourself.
Oh.
ha, ha.
Okay, so anyway, back to the boss fight we were just having.
Where everyone gangs up on Pandora.
Poor Pandora, really.
So is creating Dark Pit part of the
This goes beyond your plan blowing up in your face.
Took you long enough.
Your plan comes to life and punches you. Okay.
Right in the spleen.
Well,
I
I
only
guess
have
it's
one
sort
of those.
my look?
Well, I guess it sort
What?
of worked. Apart, Dark Pit isn't evil. He's isn't not evil, but he's also
Just
not.
making sure Pandora's powers don't
He's neutral, basically.
Yeah.
He doesn't like
Ah.
Pit very much.
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he has Pandora's powers, he could be allied with Medusa. We need to follow him.
Beam me up, Scotty.
It's
Except he's not, so this is a waste of time.
Gonna lengthen that game somehow.
Hey, Chapter 6 is one of the best in the game.
True. Well, best songs in the game, anyway.
Well, I think it's one of the most fun chapters, too. So,
if you're trying to get a certain Zodiac weapon, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
have any of you guys ever filled out those
No.
No.
in any of the games? Because they have them in Smash and in Kirby Air Ride, too.
The only
Well,
thing I'm
Smash.
missing in Smash Brothers is the boss rush intense difficulty.
Same here.
When do you think you'll get that one?
I'm not bothering. I know
Maybe
what the
right
reward is. It's not worth it.
Maybe one
is
right
it?
before Smash 4 comes out.
It's a taboo trophy.
Yeah.